Until then, 10 things I want to know about you, which is, yes, a play on 10 things I hate about you because Heath Ledger is life and we love him. So there were 100 questions in there, but as they get pulled, they disappear. So you will see what you get. These are questions that no one has gotten yet this year. They're all going to be fresh for you. And if there's anything you don't want to answer, just say, I don't want to answer it, and I'll pull another one, and I will not be offended.
Got it.
But it's things like, favorite ice cream flavor. It's nothing too deep. Okay. First we get, where's Sarah? Sarah's in the chat. Sarah's going to like this question.
Yeah, she's back, yeah.
Okay, good, because we've talked about this at length, and are you ready, Sarah? Are you ready for this? Dr. Orme. Do you like browsing aisles of office supplies?
Ooh, I do.
Right? It's so enjoyable.
Yes. I'm always like, I'm kind of sad when I do it because I want like everything.
Yes.
Like for like the Container Store and that. Like I wish I had an endless budget. I'd have like the cutest office in the world, but I'm like, it's like $14 for a pen cup or something.
I know. I want like all the rainbow pens.
Yes.
Kindred spirits. Yes. Sarah's also a lover of office supplies. I think we're all attracted to each other, and we're drawn to each other because of our love of the office supplies.
That
rainbow
makes
everything.
sense.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I love that your answer was yes. I clearly wrote these questions. Okay, so I'll be honest. I wrote these questions a couple years ago, and they've been sitting in this tin because this is a little old, but you'll have an answer. What is your favorite Game of Thrones house?
House Lannister. Not because they're good people. Not because they're good people. But I found, in the books at least, right, those characters are so interesting. Like, Cersei's not a good person, right? But I find her character so compelling. And Jaime Lannister is just like flat out one of my favorite characters. I know it's not a popular answer. But I don't know. I find them intriguing, right? Like good characters doesn't have to mean they're good people, guys.
No, no, definitely not. And Tyrion.
And Tyrion's rad, right? But like, and I won't spoil anything like in the books or whatever if they ever get finished. But like, I will say like Jaime is a better character in those books
than in the show.
Than in the show, right? So like, I'm definitely, when it comes to books, like yes, I do like the Lannister. So look,
I love Sarah's comment. A Lannister, Iron Man, and don't tell me you're also a Slytherin. What is your Hogwarts house now? We have to know.
Ravenclaw for sure.
Oh, good choice.
I like those nerd kids. They're my type.
Yeah. It's so funny. So my 6-year-old is super into Harry Potter. She's read all the books twice. She's seen all the movies. She's obsessed. So she did the little test on Pottermore or whatever, and it put her in Ravenclaw, and she was super excited. So I do the little test, and I got Hufflepuff, because, of course. And she tells me, thanks, I'm proud Hufflepuff. She tells me, she's like, did you know, like, to get into the Hogwarts house, Ravenclaws have to answer a riddle, like a really complicated riddle to the password, and Hufflepuff's like hum a tune. I was like, wow, okay. I'm not sure what you're getting at, child, but I feel offended.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Ravenclaw is a good house. It's a good house.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yes. My daughter, and she keeps telling, my son he doesn't know anything about Harry Potter, but she keeps telling him he's a Slytherin, and I'm like, you can't say that just to be mean. Like, I feel like you're saying that just to be mean. She's cold. I know. Okay, next question actually kind of goes along with the question in the chat. So I will ask you this question, and then I will ask you the question in the chat, because they actually go together. This one is, do you have a favorite board game?
I'm going to go with a gut reaction. I don't know if it's like of all time, but it's Root. Have you played Root?
I have not.
Oh, God, it's so cute.
Do tell. Tell me about this game.
Oh, my God. It's like an amazingly like kind of wholesome. It's sort of like the game. Okay, I'm going to say wholesome and then say like it's like Risk, because colonialist, wholesome.
Yeah, so wholesome.
So yeah, it's like a wholesome risk where you're like these woodland creatures.
Oh.
The art, I don't have it like sitting conveniently next to me. I've like pulled it up. It's adorable. Like, so in chat, it's like roots. And there's all these different like factions. So there's like a cat faction, and there's like a faction of birds, and like you're all these like different woodland species that all like have different game engines, basically, an engine building game for like how you conquer territories, and it's just like the cutest designed little game. Like the pieces are adorable, the board is adorable. Like, I highly recommend it. It's one of the awards. They've got like several expansions. Like,
do you take over the other, like the cats want to take over the birds area, or like you said, it's like
you just want to conquer like as much.
You just
want
to conquer.
As you can.
Yeah,
exactly. And kind of force everybody else off the board. So it's definitely like a conquest game, but it's not as like, the rules are pretty easy to learn.
Right.
But it's, it's so cute. We play with a bunch of our friends, and they like always request we bring it over. Like, it's adorable.
All right.
An adorable game of conquest.
At the next PAX, we'll have to do an adorable game of conquest.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For sure. Well, the question in the chat was, have you ever played a game for personal or academic purposes that you ended up watching somebody play rather than finishing it yourself?
It's when I like started playing, maybe. How's that happened?
I don't know if that's ever happened to me. I'm trying to think. Usually when I watch people play, it's games that I am curious about but know I won't play. So like The Last of Us.
Right. Or I'm watching somebody play like multiplayer of a game I played for like that.
Yeah.
It actually looks like
yeah.
I don't know that that's happened. It is usually like Rachel said, stuff that I'm interested in checking out but probably not going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I used to watch Diablo 3 stream a lot when I was playing Diablo 3 because they were like way more advanced than me, and just like looking at what they're doing and what they're...
Yeah. I guess there's maybe a couple games like, if there was like a story-based game that for some reason I never finished, I might have like looked up an ending cutscene on like
right.
How it ended, but I didn't feel the need to like watch the game
in real time. Yeah.
Oh
my God! What is your favorite ice cream flavor? You actually got that question.
Oh man, I feel like this shouldn't be a hard one to answer, but I love ice cream. So I love so many flavors, but I would say right now I'm on like this like s'mores ice cream.
Yes.
Like, there's like a local brand around here that makes a really good s'mores ice cream. You know how like a lot of times like you eat stuff that's supposed to be flavored like whatever, and it tastes like this weird artificial.
Yeah.
Like I've had like s'mores cereal was a thing like 10 years ago, and I'm like, it doesn't really taste like a weird. It just tastes like marshmallow, right? But this place, right, Friendly's, if you're from New England, their s'mores ice cream is like just like a s'mores in your mouth, and I don't like the sorcery is like crazy. I don't know how they did it. And I'm a little mad because I just want to eat like 10 tubs of it every week.
Yum.
It's so good.
I do love s'mores flavored things. Actual s'mores, I mean, sometimes, but I'd much rather have a s'mores ice cream, I think.
Yeah. I think I would too. I love s'mores, but they're so messy.
Yes, they are. And you need an open flame. So, I mean, how often does that happen? Yeah. Dr. B is coming with the controversy. What is your favorite Star Wars character? And I think he spelled Grogu wrong. Why is it? It's clearly Grogu. Grogu's behind her.
It's actually
why is it Mara Jade?
He's up there.
Yeah, he's pretty high.
Why is it Mara Jade? I love it. I'm surprised you don't know Dr. B, but no. So this is kind of funny because earlier you mentioned like villains being interesting. Who are we talking about? The Lannisters and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? My favorite Star Wars character is Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is a villain. And I love that character for so many reasons. And it's funny because Mara Jade gets introduced in the book series. Sorry about my dog. That he also appears in, and she's really cool. She's definitely up there, but. Thrawn, the villain, is definitely my favorite. He's so intriguing. He's just, I like villains that are that are intellectual and about strategy and outwitting people rather than like brute force and strength and that kind of stuff. I could do a whole podcast on like why he's rad, but he's actually my and my tattoo that I posted that I know you saw on Twitter is a reference to Thrawn actually. So
it's the Ravenclaw in you. You like the strategy and the intellectual.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Do you have a guilty pleasure game or TV show or movie?
Oh, many, yeah. My husband and I recently started watching old seasons of The Bachelor. We like neither of us.
That's a guilty pleasure.
Neither of us had ever watched it before, and he's like, "I kind of just want to watch it," and I was like, "Okay." I was pumped because like I love making fun of trash TV, and he just usually like he doesn't do anything for him.
Right.
But I think like during quarantine, when I don't know if you saw Love Is Blind.
No, but I know the premise.
Yeah. So like that kind of got us really interested in like, you know, trash romance reality shows or whatever in general. But so we've been having a lot of fun, like, and again, as like, you know, we've been married for a long time and like we like talking about it and like talking about, you know, the psychology of the people like on this show.
Yeah.
Being in the headspace of like, so you're dating like 18 people. And,
yeah.
You know, like it's just wild, you know.
It is.
So I'd say that's kind of our guilty pleasure thing at the moment.
That's cool.
I've got a lot. I probably. Yeah.
Well, who was it? Eve, our executive director, said she had a guilty pleasure. What'd she say? She said it was Outlander, and we're all like, oh, no, Outlander is perfectly acceptable. That's not. Yeah, that's not a guilty. Bachelor is definitely a guilty pleasure. Yeah, I used to watch Big Brother back. That's guilty pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. British Big Brother even, which is even more.
Oh yeah. No, exactly, Dr. B. Yeah, no, he's so interesting because there's like these themes of like xenophobia and stuff, right? So he's an alien who rises up to the highest, like most elite ranks of the Imperials. I don't know if you've read the Ascendancy trilogy, Dr. B, but if you like Thrawn or you're interested in him, you should read his like newest trilogy because it's all like Empire stuff, like when he's just with the Ascendancy. Sorry, now we're just nerding out about Star Wars. They're so good, and he's like a good person in those books. It's Anyway, again, a whole other podcast.
We'll have to do a separate Star Wars episode. The Sims 4, constant starting and restarting. I do love The Sims. I love The Sims.
Oh yeah.
The Sims are great. This is also a topical question. Number 5. Do you like musicals?
I do like musicals.
Do you like Hamilton?
Yes.
Good girl. Good answer.
Definitely love Hamilton. Yeah. I wish I could afford to go to more live theater than I do. It's one of those things like I love going, but they're so expensive.
Yeah. Have you seen any live?
In theory, musicals? I've seen live theater. Oh, I saw the Lion King musical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really cool actually. And I've seen a couple other like plays and stuff, but I think that's the only musical I ever saw. And here in Boston, it's extra expensive, so I haven't gone in a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't been going for the last year, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like I'm not a fan of musicals. I mean, I enjoy them. I love Hamilton. I am very, very, very obsessed with Hamilton. And they're coming to my town in January and I have tickets. I just hope that it actually happens.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's funny, like walking around Boston listening to that soundtrack, just like it's different.
Oh, I bet.
It's very cool. Yeah, I love it. But that's one I have not seen in person. I was, saw it on Disney Plus, like many poor people. Like,
yes. We had the best seats in the house there on the Disney Plus version.
Right. I could pause and go to the bathroom. It was great.
I know. I did watch it over 2 nights. Let's be honest. It's long. Yeah, it's great. Question number 6. Is there one video game character you relate to and why? Yeah, that's a deep one. Deep cut now. Get serious.
I'm also like, oh man, there's probably a bunch. I guess I was really drawn to, I like the character Aloy a lot from Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if you played it.
I'm not.
One of my favorite games ever came out in 2017, I think, so it's like recent, but still makes that like one of the best ever lists. I like that because, I really like these female characters that are like kind of tough and like don't really like take stuff kind of lying down. And I like to think I'm that kind of person, but I'm not always. But she's just like, she's fierce and ambitious and like, a little witty and I don't know, like, and just is kind of also like very self-reflexive and trying to like find out a lot about herself and kind of always questioning things around her and exploring. And I don't know, maybe it's not relatable, but I guess like something I admire or maybe aspire to be like. She's just one of the best like female gaming characters I've come across. Like she's just so well done, I feel like. So I'd have to say, yeah, again, maybe more aspirational than relatable to me, but
I mean, she sounds, those adjectives I would say describe you. Yeah,
I would like to think, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I will have to add that to my list of things that I have no time to play. But if it's like one of the best of all time,
it's like the gameplay is so fun. It's like shooting robots with a bow and arrow is just awesome. But I like it more. The story is so cool. Like the story is really well done. Yeah.
All right, I'm making a mental note. From the chats, is there a game that changed your life or a game that you would recommend people to try once?
We're back on YouTube now. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, like, because games have been a part of my life for most of it that I can remember.
Yeah.
So it's like interesting to think about one that really changed my life. I would say one of the games that was like really defining for me though was probably Shadow of the Colossus, which is
great game.
Yeah. I think I think a lot of people had this reaction at the time, right? Is that it sort of redefined for a lot of people and for me what a video game like could be, right? So it was like, here is like, this is artistic and gorgeous and like has a depth to it that I hadn't really, at least in my experience, come across before. And so that to me was like sort of this altering moment as a gamer to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just like platforming and like, it's fun and challenging, but like there's meaningfulness to this, right? On a whole new level. And so if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. They remastered it a few years ago. So
and when you're answering that question, I'm thinking about what a hard question it is to say, like, is there one game that you would recommend everybody play? Because it's like, my mind's like Final Fantasy VI, Prince of Persia, The Sims. Like, there's so many that stick out to me immediately as like they were so important and they were so pivotal. Assassin's Creed, the first Assassin's Creed was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
there's a lot of these like milestone games, right? Like Zelda games. Like, I feel like
right.
I would say Horizon Zero Dawn. Play it. It's so good.
Zelda 2. Don't discount that side scroller. Okay, it was good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's true though.
So many good ones.
Yeah, it's hard. We've been playing games our whole lives to pick one. Like my 6-year-old's playing games now, and it's like, what am I going to expose her to? And she's played Punch-Out. Okay, she's played Maniac Mansion. It's like we gotta start at the beginning because there's just so many.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's
there's all those things too that like are harder to access now, like games we grew up with.
Yeah.
Right. Unless they remaster them or something, it's like, I want you to play this game. It was like a huge part of my childhood. Maybe
You haven't lived till you have the frustration of being the younger child in a spy versus spy match. Okay. I don't think I ever won. Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Mario Party, I feel like the tin gods are looking down on us. True or false question. Does Mario Party ruin relationships? She said, looking at Dr. B. Not really. We have a fine relationship, but.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think it can.
I think it can too.
Would get so mad. So like, I mostly played Mario Party, the N64 version. It was like still one of my favorites. So like, remember the N64 controller had that, the joystick in the middle, right?
Yep.
And a lot of the mini games were like, it needed you to like press your palm into this thing and like spin it, And I was so good at that. That's like, I'm not great. I'm not great at a lot of video games, but for some reason, like those things.
That was it. Yeah.
I would just annihilate everybody. And my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, was like a sore loser. It is pro strats, absolutely. He would get so mad, and just like rage quit all the time, right? So like, I mean, maybe of course our relationship was already ruined because he's my little brother.
Right.
Like, yeah, I could see that. I could see it getting intense for people.
B says he apologized to Emery. I played Mario Party with Emery. Okay, after the Dr. B incident, there was a separate incident with Emery, and he was like, "Let's play Mario Party," and I was like, "I don't think we should do that." And he was like, "No, we should," and he was like annihilating me the whole time. And then we get to the end, and the arbitrary star distribution happened, and I ended up winning, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it.
Okay, that star thing though is like,
I know.
Get that out of here.
I know. I agree. I know. It's like, you had the best partners. Yeah, it's trash. Yeah, it's
you were the
stupid.
Worst player the whole game.
So here's 3 stars. Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. That game. That's why it ruins relationships.
Yeah.
Again, my children were playing, and my 6-year-old loves it. Of course she does. And my son had the only star, and she had the thing where it's like, you steal a star from someone, but he had the only star. So inevitably, oh my God, he was on the floor. He was screaming. She stole my star. I was like, she had no choice. Stop playing this game. Stop playing this game.
I remember playing with friends who would like form truces, like, guys, we don't take each other's stars.
Yeah. Come
like
on.
a gentleman. That's gendered term, but like a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
You take it from the computer player.
Yeah, that's right. But the game don't play. At the end, it's just going to give you arbitrary stars anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Right.
Stupid.
Right.
Yep, where everything's made up. That's right. That's exactly. Okay, question number 7. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a bit of both lately, which is probably why I need naps at 1 p.m. every day.
Oh, yeah, maybe. You did say you need naps every day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I teach like morning classes, lately is kind of my thing, and I really like that because like I get up and I'm tired, but like I get my coffee, go in, I teach a class, and then I come in and I'm like hyped up from like class discussion, and then I get some good work done like the early afternoon, and then I go home, kind of crash for a few hours. Yeah. And then it's like, again, I mentioned, I play Destiny for 2 or 3 hours before bed every night. So usually I'm in bed at like 11. I guess for most people, I'm old, right? But like for most people, that's not really night owling it. But I'm getting
that's not
every day. Yeah. So like
that
so
counts.
I think so, like when my husband's out of town, I'll stay up like past midnight, be real wild, playing video games. But I'm trying to like be respectful of his sleep schedule too, So. So yeah, awesome. a bit of both. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that more of a night owl than me. I'm definitely not up at 11. Definitely not.
Yeah.
You're burning the candle at both ends. You wild child. You're living on the edge.
While I still can.
What? Right. Get it while you can. Question number 9: Mario or Luigi?
Ooh. Luigi.
I'm shocked because you're the older sibling. You're the older sibling.
Oh, okay.
And it's okay. You can. Hey, I'm Team Luigi.
No, I stick with Luigi.
Why?
I don't know how to evaluate this. I don't know, man. He just always seemed cooler. I don't know what it is. That's why I was just thinking about. I was like, why have I always liked him? He just always seems
he's
better.
obviously cooler. Yes.
Yeah.
He's taller. I mean, first of all,
he's taller.
He's wearing
I guess
green.
It's like I never really like loved Mario as a character. Less of a showboat, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, he's fine. So when they introduced like someone new, it's not really anyone interesting. I don't know. I don't have a rational decision for this.
It's okay. But it doesn't need to be rational. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is better though.
That's the right answer. So, yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh man, what do you think about the off-topic? The casting of the Mario movie, that is causing, you talk about controversy.
What
okay, that's
is even happening?
I don't know. I don't know what's even happening. It's wild, right?
It's
I
wild.
am upset that John Leguizamo does not have a part in that movie. And my husband was like, "Oh, I think they want to forget that movie exists. The OG live action terrible Mario movie of our childhood."
Right. The best one.
I mean, obviously. And it's so rude that they didn't even offer him. He's still around and working. He was in The Mandalorian. Come on, he's working.
Right. Yeah, Chris Pratt. I don't get Chris Pratt as Mario.
Either.
I don't see it. Okay. I don't know.
Somebody said they wanted a Mario that was like still like sexy. I was like, sexy is not Mario's attributes. Like that's not important, and it's animated. We all know what Mario looks like. I don't know. This is the worst time.
Still gonna is he gonna wear the overalls? Like so many questions. It is the worst.
There's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers, so I'm not feeling so good. But we'll see. But I feel like I have to, before it comes out, we'll rewatch the OG just to like refresh our memories about how good that was. It's amazing. Yeah.
Or like maybe cleanse ourselves after. Like
a before and an after. Yeah. We should. Oh goodness. Okay, so last question. Have you ever been fired from a job?
No, I haven't been fired.
That does not,
but it was
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I haven't been fired. I will say, like, it was kind of funny. I was just talking about this yesterday with some of my Penn State fellow alumni from my cohort, PhD cohort. When we all left, we had to like give back our student IDs, which I've never been asked to do anywhere before. Yeah, like weird, right? And it was like this whole process. You must bring them in, and we were like, weird. Okay.
Okay.
So, we like handed them over, and I ended up like teaching an online class for Penn State like after I graduated. And so, long story short, there was like a payroll issue, and I had to like log into some like Workday account or something, HR stuff. And it listed me as like, I think the term was terminated, is like how they describe you when you're like no longer employed. And I was like, the hell? I was like, I'm getting fired. Like, I was a grad student. I graduated. That's different than getting fired. Yeah. And they're like, oh, no, that's just our term, like our general umbrella term for like being cut off from like the system or whatever. And I was like, okay. I saw that and was like, oh.
Yeah, that's harsh.
So, it was, very harsh language. Choices matter. But so never actually fired, but terminated.
Very good. Terminated, but not fired. Yes.
Yeah.
I've also never been fired. However, I did have a waitressing job where it was a bad day at work. Okay, and I had a big table, and they were complaining because you know how people are at restaurants. And they were complaining so much that I was like, okay, I'm just going to get you another waitress. I think they even like asked for another waitress. Then at the end of my shift, my manager sat me down and he was like, it's okay, like what happened at that table. You're not fired, but if you want to leave, you can. And I was like, what does that mean?
What?
I was like, well, then I guess I'll leave. I don't know what to say to that. So
like
I feel like that.
Day or like permanently?
No, like permanently. I was terminated, I think.
Oh my goodness.
But isn't that so weird? If you want to leave, you can. Who's going to stay if you say that? No, I'm okay. I guess I'll go.
I would not even know what to say.
I know. But it's a waitressing job. It's $3 an hour. I survived. I found another one.
Yeah.
So bad. Anyway, thank you for playing my game of 10 questions. It was very enlightening. Fun. We know that you have the best taste in Mario Brothers. Among other things, and ice cream. It's funny, I was just talking about marshmallows and ice cream. I was just talking about s'mores ice cream, actually. And my husband said that the marshmallows never maintain their right consistency. So it sounds like Friendly's has, like, the secret to the sauce.
Yeah, the trick is, like, they don't put those, like, fake cereal marshmallows, like fake marshmallows you get, right?
Yeah.
They just have, like, it's almost like the marshmallow fluff maybe that you get in, like, a jar. But like it's something like that. It's like a sauce. It's like a marshmallow sauce. So the texture is all just like regular ice cream. Yeah. They don't like, try to like put graham crackers that get soggy or any of that.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's like this is why it works, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna have to buy the jar of fluff. They sell that at the store.
Yeah. I think that's what they like do.
Maybe that's the secret.
It tastes so good.
Well, now that we all want ice cream, it is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with me. It's been super fun.
Thank you. This was a blast.
Yes. Tell the people where they can find you on Twitter. It's below. They can find you on Twitter. But any other things you'd like to plug or mention?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Stephanie Orme, ORME. That's probably the easiest way to kind of get in touch. Let's see, in terms of,
Yay!
doing your job, sorry.
Thank you. No, thank you. And you're not too late. You came for the goodbyes, but you can rewatch.
Yeah.
You can rewatch, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And we can always chat later and connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of anything to plug. I don't think so. Eventually, buy my book maybe when it comes out.
Yeah, she's got a book coming. It sounds. Are you gonna call it the Watch? There's something on the tip of my tongue about the Watchers, and I feel like it's a video game reference or something.
Yeah,
it's like.
a book reference.
Is that what it is? It's like it's just in my head. It's like the Watchers. Is it called the Watchers? Your book? It should be now.
No. I think it's still gonna have something about like just watching or something in the title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta figure that out.
Who watches the Watcher? Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
A Watchman, I guess. Is it from Watchmen?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's in my head.
There's a lot of watching happening.
yeah. Thank you. Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah,
the whole time you've been saying it, I'm like, what is it? Yeah. Buy her book. I'm also a Star Trek fan. I think you're a Star Trek fan too, if I recall correctly.
I enjoy Star Trek.
Yes. We're so silly. Okay. Well, it's late and we need ice cream. So thank you all for coming, and follow Dr. Orme on Twitter and buy her book when it comes out. One day. In the future.
Someday.
Right.
Someday.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you
right.
so much.
Thanks, guys. Of course. Thank you for coming. Bye, everybody. I will end the stream, maybe. Technical difficulties.